On this video, I go with friends on Scarlet Lady of Virgin Voyages. I'll share with you what I think is the magic behind this cruise line that is doing things differently and why people are falling in love with it. Stay tuned. I have a weird connection with cruise ships. As we were driving to our first cruise ever in November of 2014, I received a call that a mentor of mine that I have attributed to saving my life from alcoholism in 2004 has suddenly passed away at an early age. I spent that first cruise grieving his loss. Our first cruise on Virgin was on Valiant Lady in November of 2022. While we were away, our precious angel Aria was diagnosed with a medical condition and was given 3 months to live. We spent the last few days of that cruise in pain and of fear of losing our baby while we were away. Since my first cruise, I have learned to use my time at sea as a way to recharge and heal from the traumas of life. The problem has been that as a gay man, I have never really felt comfortable being myself on a cruise ship. I am respectful of the families that go on cruises with children, so we don't participate in many of the fun activities like dancing at night with my partner out of respect for others or what they may believe about me. During that same cruise, where we nearly lost our baby, I also experienced a miracle of sorts for me. During Scarlet Night on Valiant Lady, I found myself right in the middle of the dance floor, dancing with my partner of 11 years for the first time and didn't care what others thought. That was the power of the atmosphere that Virgin Voyages has created for me and many others. Our first cruise had its challenges, but I couldn't wait to come back to see if I could find some more of that Virgin Voyages magic. This is not the video I was expecting to make. I came in thinking I would make a Scarlet Lady review video where I show you the parts of the ship and give you my thoughts on each of them. That's a video that's been done many times before. Instead, I made a video for me. It's about the magic that Virgin has going on in its niche market of adults-only upscale sailings. A place where I can book a private karaoke room at no cost and act the fool singing with my friends. A place where my friend April can show off her incredible weight loss and her hot new body. A place for my new friend Michelle to see how far she's willing to go out of her comfort zone. A place for my friends Jeremy and Jose to be themselves. If you love cruising and want to know all the things that Virgin is doing differently, then this video is for you also.
This is free all week. I'm gonna be grabbing boxes left and right. That's so good.
In a short time, Virgin has created a special atmosphere where you can be the creator of your own experience or just a bystander. It challenges you to explore the ship. Some passageways look like you get to a dead end like this one, and I can't tell you how many times I got to here and turned around before I decided to finally open up this door. Thank you. And it leads right to Sailor Services. And be as active of a participant as you want. In a way, once you understand the method behind it all, you understand how different of a cruise experience this is. To me, it feels like a cult of happy sailors, but one that I am proud to be a member of. It starts with the one thing that they do different. They treat their employees much better than any other cruise line. A concept that many great companies have figured out leads to great customer service, but many are too afraid to put into practice, especially in this conservative cruise industry. It's the reason I consider Southwest my favorite domestic airline in the United States. They treat their employees better, and it shows that most Southwest employees are generally much more pleasant to deal with than any other airline. Working on a cruise line is tough work with long hours and low pay. The cruise lines typically hire employees from many poor countries, and the sacrifices those employees make, often to support loved ones back home, is always endearing to me. I love hearing their stories, and most of them get really excited when you ask about their backgrounds. The employees at Virgin generally work less hours, are paid better, have much more freedoms to be themselves. They're also given free Wi-Fi to stay connected to friends and family, while most other cruise lines make them pay. They also have the freedom to interact and build bonds and friendships with passengers, with some strict limits, of course. Having just sailed Princess cruises a week before, the difference in the staff happiness was night and day, and we had excellent service at Princess, but it just felt like it came at the expense of these workers. One thing that I did notice on my first Virgin cruise in November was how many sailors had been on the ship 3 to 5 times already shortly after launch. They were there to reconnect with crew members that had become friends during their sailings, and they stayed connected via social media. We were lucky enough to make some friends on board from the ship. They gave us great tips on how to enjoy Virgin. I think it's a cruise line that takes 2 to 3 sailings before you get a good feel of how to best enjoy things on board. The ship and sailings are built in a way that forces you to explore. It did feel like there were more signs this time around pointing you to the right direction than on our first sailing. Things are hidden all over the ship, and many of the shows have vague descriptions about what they're about. We were recommended some great shows that were on the itinerary, but we had totally missed or had no plans of seeing it. The first recommendation was my favorite show. It's called Untitled, and it was on the first night of the cruise. It's the most fun I've ever had on a cruise show, partly because you get to participate in it and dance with the dancers on the floor. Our sail away was delayed due to some minor repairs to the ship, but we were oblivious to the delays due to how much fun we were having at Untitled, as well as the pajama party later on that night.
Absolutely ridiculous. Great job, Virgin.
My second favorite show was Ships in the Night, which only played on the final night of the cruise. The show has a great message and makes light of some of the inner struggles we all face in our lives and why we cruise to escape the real world. I cried during one part that really hit home for me at the end. Besides the great message, the visuals and dancing in this show are top notch. Whoever put the show together is a genius. Everyone recommends Dual Reality, and this is the most unique show I've ever seen at sea. It was great, and you really appreciate the risk that these performers take and amount of energy it takes to perform this show.
What are you eating?
I'm having an Impossible Burger. It's fantastic. Oh, and the fries. Oh my gosh, they're scrumptious. Best fries ever.
So you're eating vegan, right?
I am. I'm gonna try to all week because that's what I usually go for my lifestyle.
Food is one of the areas that Virgin's is miles ahead of the competition, with celebrity coming in a distant second for me. The cruise made waves at debut with the elimination of the standard cruise buffet. Instead, Virgin offers a sit down and order concept they call the Galley. You sit down, scan the QR codes for the menu. When you're ready to order, you raise this flag and a server comes and takes your order. While you may have to wait a little bit for your food, the end result is higher quality food and reduction of food waste, which Virgins take seriously. If you are in a hurry, there's take and go meals as well as sushi available.
What are you eating? What is that?
It's banana, Nutella, like a caramelized glaze over it on this amazing piece of bread. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Oh my god. This is so freaking good.
On the agenda for tonight, we're going to dinner at Pink Agave, which is by far my favorite restaurant. It's the Mexican restaurant on board. I had hyped up Virgin Voyages to my friends for a long time, so I was anxious to see their feedback. The first test would come at our first dinner, where we were treated like royalty by the staff. The food kept coming.
Okay, that looks good.
Oh heck.
potato with esquites con with aioli.
This is probably my new favorite cruise line. Honestly, the ship is amazing, and there's so many Instagrammable spots to take pictures. The food at Pink Agave, incredible. I'm excited about the rest of this cruise. I really am.
Another way Virgin is different is the absence of main dining rooms. All the specialty restaurants are included in the price of your fare. Make sure you make your dinner reservations 30 days from the sailing. And finally, on food, if you want to thank a crew member, offer to get them some pizza or ice cream. They can only have it if a sailor offers it to them. I wish you could see the smiles when we delivered pizzas and ice creams to our cabin attendants. Good morning. I'm literally just waking up at 9 o'clock almost 9:30 in the morning. Last night was the best time I've ever had on Virgin. Got to finally catch up with all my friends that are here. There's 8 of us. It meant so much that they were so blown away early on. I asked some of these friends to come with me because I was just hyping up Virgin so much, and the fact that they loved the restaurant and they loved the show last night, Untitled, just really felt awesome. We didn't get to see most of the shows the first time because we just didn't know that you had to book these shows as soon as you get on boards, but we did that this time. And last night the show Untitled was like the best show I've seen on a cruise ship. And then the pajama party got moved inside to the manor, and it was just hopping for a long time, so we danced all night until about 1 o'clock, got something to eat and called it a night. So my friend April is down at the spa. I paid some good money to use that, especially that cold plunge that I used yesterday. It was amazing. My body's sore, so hopefully it does wonders. I'm sure it will. One way Virgin is building up its fan base of loyal cruisers is by getting happy sailors to spread the love. You can buy an amazing deal on board for you and your friends. We bought 4 of them on our first sailing and invited all our closest friends for this sailing. April has so much onboard credit left on the last day that she went on a mini shopping spree.
Now I smell like pleasures. Oh, girl. Look at him. I think he's fresh.
This is fun.
I know it is. Like a couple little kids. I might not get up.
There's a heavy emphasis on fitness and wellness at Virgin. You will have much more space dedicated to fitness on the ships than any other cruise line. There's also plenty of fitness classes available. A favorite for our group was the spa, where most of us bought unlimited access for $199 for 5 days. You can also pay around $30 for a day pass, but you have to select a 3-hour time period and schedule it. I paid it just to use the cold plunge pool. I'm a big advocate of cold therapy, and I usually went first thing in the morning and right in the evening, and it helped my body handle all the dancing we did on the ship. I usually spend some time in my cabin during each cruise to recharge during the day. I like my alone moments. I barely spent any time inside my cabin on this ship. I can't believe I never got on the hammock the whole time because we were having so much fun all day. Here's my thoughts on the cabins. The beds are hard for my liking. Ask your cabin attendant and they can put some padding to help it make it much softer. If you're getting a sea terrace and there's 2 of you, splurging for an extra large sea terrace like my friends Jeremy and Jose did is a good idea. The bathroom is much more spacious for 2 people and offers more privacy. In regards to the style of the cabin, that is usually a personal preference, but I like the cabins.
How's your cruise going so far?
It's great. Having a lot of fun. Excited to be in Cozumel and dive.
What are you liking so far?
The food's really good and the rooms are nice and the whole vibe is really good.
It is.
Yeah.
The selection of ports with Virgin currently is very limited as a new cruise line. One big advantage is that they usually stay in port longer than other lines. We love going to Cozumel as it is the best diving in the Caribbean. We usually have to wake up early to go diving. Thanks to longer times at port, we can actually enjoy the previous night on the ship and do a later dive in Cozumel. We have been using Cozumel H2O since 2017. We started off snorkeling and now we're divers. And this is one of the owners, Luz. Luz, why do you love diving so much?
Ooh, you can tell them better after the dive.
Yeah.
So you can show them why we like it so much.
What's going on?
You tell me what's going on.
Hey.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good,
Good
great.
to see you.
super happy to see you.
How are you?
Bien, ¿tú?
Bien, bien, gracias, gracias a Dios.
Happy to be here?
Of course.
Absolutely, yeah. This is Miguel. He's the other owner of Cozumel HGO. These people are like family to us in Mexico here.
Count. 1, 2, 3.
Every Virgin cruise in the Caribbean stops at Bimini for its private beach club. It's a stunning beach club. I won't spend too much time doing a tour of it, but I will share this tip with you.
Watch out, watch out.
It's 11:30 in the morning right after Scarlet Night, and there are still plenty of chairs if you want to sit by the pool. This side of the pool is going to be the festive one where the happenings cast and the DJ and the music's going to be the loudest. Last time we were here, we were on the quieter side, which is going to be on that side. There's still plenty of chairs close to noon at both sides of the pool. There's plenty of YouTube videos that will give you a full tour of Bimini. On this trip, I was more interested in people's stories, especially those traveling solo. Some of them became good friends with us. Since Bimini was our final stop, I was curious to hear from others about their experience on Virgin.
Service is impeccable. I think everybody is friendly, very accommodating.
Very professional.
Very professional. Always a smile on their face.
And they seem happier.
And what's
Employees
interesting,
seem happy.
This is your first Virgin cruise?
It is.
Are you ladies coming back?
Absolutely.
Oh, I love it.
Loving it. Very first cruise, and I will say Virgin, the service is spectacular.
How are the people and the staff?
Very friendly.
Very friendly. You can ask any staff member, they stop, they're polite.
What other cruise lines have you been on?
I've been on Carnival and Royal Caribbean.
And what's been your experience and differences with the staff and service that you've experienced here?
No comparison. I mean, Virgin is just like, everybody is so friendly and like they go out of their way to speak to you and they make sure you're taken care of. I mean, I just haven't experienced that on, like, especially Carnival. It seems like they're very hurried and rushed and stressed, a lot more than Virgin.
How are you enjoying your first Virgin cruise?
I really loved it. I've been pleasantly surprised. I hate water, so I've loved it. I woke up on the first morning crying, literally in tears.
How are you enjoying the Virgin cruise?
Oh my God, are you kidding?
This is your first time?
Yes, it is, but I've been looking forward to it for a whole year.
I really like Scarlet Knight. I think it's pretty cool. It's something different. Kind of brings everybody together and everything.
What a concept. Treat your staff right and they will take care of your customers. And speaking of Scarlet Night, I saved the best for last. Everything leads up to Scarlet Night, a night where the ship turns red and the fun and free side of adults get to come out and play. I've watched so many videos of Scarlet Night and none of them capture the vibe and love that is felt throughout the ship. It is truly the best party at sea. I almost think this pool on the ship was designed for Scarlet Night. There's so much of Virgin that I can still show you, like shows, dining, and parts of the ship, but I'll leave that for you to explore for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. My first Virgin cruise was my inspiration to start doing video content. I'll be back on this ship soon for more. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when I drop my next Virgin video. And as always, thanks for watching.